this lesson is for you to be able to know how to use percent in real finance contexts. The outcomes, you will be able to calculate a percentage of a price or a value. You need to be able to calculate discounts using percentage. You need to be able to calculate profit and or loss. Let's have a look what a profit is. So a shopkeeper buys goods at a certain price. He increases the price, usually by a percentage, and then sells them to the public, obviously for a higher price. The cost price is what it costs the shopkeeper to get his supplies. The selling price is what he sells it for to the public. So in other words, it's the cost price plus the markup, which is usually a percentage that would give you the selling price. You make a profit when you sell for more than you buy. So selling price is greater than cost price. A loss. Well, a loss is when the selling price is less than the cost price. The shopkeeper sells at a lower price than he bought for. Profit or loss. So to summarize, profit or loss is calculated by saying income minus expenditure, or selling price minus cost price. And if we have a positive result, then we've made a profit. If the result is negative, then the shopkeeper has made a loss. The first skill you're going to have to master is calculating a percentage of a value. So in this case, 10% of 159 Rand. Right at the outset, I would like you always to write 10% as 10 over 100, so that you don't get mixed up, is it a unit or is it part of the calculation? So 10% is 10 out of 100, as we learned yesterday. In maths, of means multiply, so we are going to say 10 out of 100 multiplied by 159, and that is going to equal 15 Rand, 9. Now, please want you to make double sure that you always add the 0, because money is to 2 decimal places. If you don't, then you will lose a mark for that. Right, there's some little notes at the side. Write percentage as a fraction. Of means multiply. Money always has 2 digits. Right, the next thing we're going to have a look at is the percentage discount. Okay, discount means you're going to minus. Okay, so in June, B&A offers 12% discount on all diaries. The original price of the diary was 75 Rand. So in other words, they are going to take the price and subtract 12% from that. So we want to take 75 Rand and we're going to reduce it by 12% of the price of a diary, which was 75 Rand. Right, so that's going to be 75 Rand minus, if I go and do that on my calculator, you can also write it as 12 over 100 multiplied by 75 over 1. And if I do this calculation, I'm going to get a value of 9 Rand. So the discounted price, I have to reduce 75 Rand. Sorry, I should have written that further down. So I'm going to take 75 Rand and I'm going to minus 9 Rand, and my total is going to be 66 Rand. So the diary is going to cost 66 Rand where it normally cost 75 Rand. Okay, what is the discount? Well, the discount is just this calculation. So I just want to do it for you again. So it's 12%, 12 over 100 of 75 Rand in your calculator, and you can put that over 1. So if you go and take out your calculator and you do that, you are going to get your 9 Rand. So please understand, 9 Rand is the discount. The discounted price is 66 Rand. Right, let's look at this one. We're looking at profit and loss. So a second-hand car dealer buys a car for 52,000 Rand. He spends another 2,987 Rand on it, fixing it up, and then he sells it for 53,900. How much profit does he make? Right, so the first thing we need to remember, profit is selling price minus cost price. So what did he sell the car for? Okay, so my profit, and actually it's profit or loss, is going to equal, so he sold, so it's going to be selling price minus cost price. So he sold it for 53,900 Rand, and then he has to minus, now my cost price, he spent two amounts. So he bought the car for 52,000 and he spent another 2,987. So in total, I could have written it here, 52,000 plus 2,987 Rand, and I could have added it, or a neater way to do it is 52,000 plus 2,987 Rand. And if I add those together, so I'm actually just calculating there, I'm not working with the 53,900, so I write it down, minus, if I add those two together, I will get a total of 54,000, so that's 54,987 Rand. So now I'm going to minus that, and what happens, remember in integers, if you have a look here, this number is bigger, so we can't take a small number minus a bigger number, so what we're going to do is we're actually going to write down 54,987, and we're going to subtract 53,900, and if I do that, I will get a total of 1,087. So this is 1,087, but it is a minus, so in actual fact, he made a loss of 1,087 Rand.